What is up, crazy fam? Guys, listen up. In today's video, we're going to be talking about sniping. We're going to go over some of the main things you want to focus on in order to become really good at sniping. And a lot of people hop into my streams and they're like, Pip, I tried sniping. It's so hard. I will never be able to do it. Trust me, if you follow these simple tips that I'm about to show you, you will see a huge increase in your accuracy. You're going to start getting really easy kills because some of the things that make you think that you're not that good at sniping are very simple mistakes that are easily fixable. So let's not waste time and jump right into it. If you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to
subscribe.
Yeah.
No! Do it!
Guys, do it. Please do it. Tip number 1, ladies and gentlemen, easy peasy. It's all about positioning. Let me explain. If you're a sniper, you pretty much never want to be caught in this area right here, for example, because let's say somebody rushes out from there, and especially if it's a good player and they slide out or maybe dodge out, if you miss your first shot, you're pretty much dead. The chances of you hitting that second shot, pretty much having the time to hit that second shot against a good player, are very, very low. What you want to do is position yourself in a way that gives you cover. For example, instead of standing here, you want to be here. In case you miss the shot, boom, you're out of there. You're not staying there. And even if you're out of bullets, if they're starting to push you, you have time to get away, create more distance, and get into the fight. Also, you got to think, what spots do the enemy players not expect? So, for example, if they're waiting for you to peek here, and you know they're going to be over there, why not peek from here instead? Boom, he's not going to be expecting you. Even if they're sniping, they're going to be aiming around this area right here. Positioning yourself in unpredictable places is what makes the difference between a good player and an average player. If you always stay in the same spot for 5 rounds in a row, for example, if you're trying to kill someone down this lane again and again and again, if they have a good sniper, at some point, he's got to figure you out. But if you have good positioning, you can most of the time outplay snipers that have better aim simply because you're outsmarting them. Another really good example would be this place right here. For example, if somebody peeks here and you miss your shot, now he knows that you are here. Instead of being here when he peeks again, jump up and find another angle. That just really confuses people because that's simply how the brain works, right? They saw you here the first time. They're gonna start assuming that you're gonna be here once again. If they see you here first, they're not gonna be like, okay, look, I saw him right over there. Now when I peek, I'm gonna aim here. No, the first instinct is to boom, take the shot. He's not there. Let me reload, peek. Oh shit, he's not here. And look at this, he can't even see that angle. Meanwhile, you're up here, boom, you're getting an easy kill. So positioning is very, very important and makes the difference between a good and average sniper. And this one ties into the tip number 2, which is aim positioning. This is also very, very important. A huge mistake that I see a lot of snipers make, ladies and gents, is this. For example, they know that there's somebody on the left here, right? Around this area, and they know that they're gonna peek. What they usually do is they position their aim right at the edge of the angle, right? Now, the problem with this is unless you're a machine, you're not going to be hitting that shot as fast, right? There's so many things going on here. It's connection, it's delay, and just normal human reaction time. Instead, what I like to do is pretty much place it around this area. This is a much more realistic area of you having enough reaction time to take the shot and get the kill than if you had placed it right here. Also, pay attention that all of this that we're talking about right now ties in with tip number 1, which is positioning. I'm not waiting for him here because I have no cover. I'm waiting for him here. So once you combine 2 of these tips together, which is positioning as a player and then positioning your aim correctly, it's going to make a huge difference. But this is not the only thing you want to focus on when we're talking about aim positioning. If you see some players having some specific patterns, start taking advantage of that. What I mean by that is if you see that they're always sliding out instead of, let's say, walking out or hopping out, what you want to do is you want to place your aim down low right here because that's approximately where they're going to be sliding. This is going to win you a lot of time, and it's going to be much easier for you to land those headshots and get those easy kills. And let's move on to tip number 3, which is peek shooting. Now, we kind of went over this when I was telling you about having cover while shooting, but there's a few things you can do to make this better. For example, when you're peeking and let's say you both miss a shot, don't always go out like this again. What you want to do is kind of crouch. So with this technique, what you're trying to do is make them miss, obviously, stay alive, and get the kill. Now, a lot of people don't do this at all. They take the shot, and then they go out the same way again. Once you yourself get used to it, there's not going to be much difference at all for you to land those shots. You're simply confusing the enemy players. And trust me, that's what the whole sniping game is all about. Outsmarting them, outpositioning them. That's more important than the aim, because the aim will come in time. That is something that just happens in the game all the time. You play PvE or PvP, you're always aiming and shooting. So that is something that gets better over time. But these things that I went over here are something that you must incorporate if you want to be a good sniper. If you want to compete on the higher level, you got to outsmart them. It's like a chess game in a way, right? These are the basic tips that you need to master, guys. Trust me, once you master these things, you will become so much better. That's pretty much how I started out too. I had to pay attention to these things. With time, it just becomes muscle memory, and all of these things just happen naturally. That's when everything just becomes better. Obviously, it's going to take time, but if you really want to get good at sniping, these are the things you really want to focus on, okay? Anyway, that is it for the video. Ladies and gents, you know how it goes. Never forget to share that positive energy all around. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh! Oh, he got no scoped.